Welcome to Subramani. Please hit the bell icon. I need more subscribers. And I was addressing a bunch of young professionals and professionals who are employed, right? So that included chartered accountants, MBAs, lawyers, etc. All in the range under 35, maybe 32, 33, and one question which all of us nowadays want to know is at what number can I retire? So I've always said that retirement is a number, and that number is not age. It's an amount of money that you have. So if somebody calculates and says you need 6 crores for retirement and you have 6 crores, you can retire. So could it happen at 40? Could it happen at 45? Could it happen at 50? Let me be very blunt. If you are a young professional, you're not expecting to inherit anything from your parents, right? And you have two children who are aspiring to study, and you are also aspiring to make one foreign trip every 2 3 years. You have a reasonably good standard of living, you have two cars, you have a 3 BHK. You're not exactly supporting your parents, but you're not sure that they will never need your money. Very remote chance that you can retire anytime before 60. Just banish the thought. Nothing is cheap, right? So people will tell you, oh, inflation is low, yes, but not for the things that you consume. If you're consuming rents have not gone down. Your electricity bills, if they go down, the state government will tax it and make sure that you're not going to pay less for electricity ever. Yes, you could go solar, but the solar subsidy could vanish. School fees is not likely to go down. Your app services, right? Your Ola, Uber, Zomato, Swiggy is not going to get cheaper. Something which you can walk across and get for 800 rupees will cost you at least 1100 rupees when you buy through apps, right? So all those things are going to hurt you, and you have to be very smart and careful while investing to make sure that your money grows at a reasonably good pace after providing for your foreign tour, your lifestyle, your children's education, tuition, tennis class, music class, etc. After providing for all that, being able to put away substantial amount of money to help you live well is not going to be easy. In fact, if you don't inherit anything, if you don't inherit a house and you have to buy a house, and you're paying the EMIs, right? That EMI itself will ensure that you're not going to retire anytime soon. This is, I am assuming both husband and wife are working, right? If husband and wife are not working, let's say the wife is doing some business and that business is not earning her as much as she could if she were in employment. Let's say she could earn 30-35 lakhs in salary, husband is earning 35-40 lakhs in salary, and she quits that job and she's doing her own business and she earns 5-6 lakhs. It's not too bad, but that is again going to hurt your retirement age. So what are the things which are happening? First of all, there is tremendous pressure by social media saying you should retire early. I don't see any reason why Indian men and Indian men especially should retire early when they have no hobbies, right? If you have not developed any hobbies, what are you going to do? You might as well go to office, take the 7:45 local, or take your car or whatever it is, depending on your standard of living, and be employed till you can find employment. So social media pressure, therefore this conversation about fire, financial independence and retire early. Then there is tremendous pressure to travel. Oh, so and so is traveling, so and so is traveling. He went to Egypt, he went to Georgia, she went to Japan. Japan prices are not so bad now. People are not exactly going to US and Europe. That craze has gone down, but Indians are traveling. I mean, I know a family which had a family get together of 40 people in Masai Mara. Can you believe this? But it's happening. Indians are traveling all over the place. So if you're going to do all that, it's going to cost you a lot of money. So remember all that is going to hit you, and that's going to hit your savings. If you change your cars every 5 years, that is going to hit you. So this social pressure to travel, social pressure to have a particular standard of living, social pressure to eat in a particular joint, to use a particular car, replace the car and have a driver, and the most important expenses of maid, cook, driver, and if you're not in Mumbai, gardener, right? So all these costs are going to add up. State governments are not going to control their expenses. The taxes that you pay on your homes is going to go up, right? So all these taxes, I can't see anything coming down. I can't see fuel going into GST and you getting a credit. It is not going to happen. And if you drink in a 5-star hotel, the kind of money that you're going to pay per peg is astronomical. It's better than donating money to the Prime Minister Welfare Fund, right? You're contributing more to the government of India than you would by directly giving a contribution and claiming ATG benefit. Just jokes apart, that is the kind of pressure under which you are going to be. So I would today start talking of delayed retirement more than I would talk about retirement in a hurry. And a lot of people with changing values saying, what will I do with money at an old age when I can't use it? Look at my parents, they got so much money and they're not able to use it. Another big problem for this generation, I mean, when I'm talking of this generation, I mean people who are now in their 30s, 40s and hoping to get some money in inheritance are sadly mistaken, because if your parents die, let's say at the age of 90, and you are already 70 or at least 65, 67, nothing is going to change in your life because of the inheritance, right? So that itself is going to cause a lot of stress level for you. So the math of retiring at 40 sounds odd to me, because many people have decided to have a kid. By the time they decide they are 35, husband and wife are same age, and then they go through a lot of stress and tension. So the mother of the child is already 36, 37. How are you going to retire at 40? There is no chance of you retiring at 40, financially and physically, because you want to be active maybe till the child finishes school. So that is 15 years from the day the child is born. So the mother will be 52. I'm assuming husband and wife are same age, so father and mother will be 52. You don't want to be retired before your child completes education, unless you're saying, oh, I got enough money so I don't have to worry. That's I'm not even talking about luxuries, but just simple living is going to cost you a lot more money than you think. So what is more likely to happen is take vacations, because the earlier generation, say our generation, didn't know how to take vacations while at work. So maybe we are taking vacations with a vengeance after retirement, but yeah, during work we believed that we should work our butts out and we should not be taking vacations and things like that. Today's generation is happier taking some short vacations, 4 days, 5 days. I remember one head of HR saying, there's a 3-day vacation, we guys sitting inside the cabins would meet and sweat over taking a 3-day vacation to Goa. And we come out of the cabin and those kids are going to Spain, they're going to Ireland, they're going to Thailand, they're going to Sri Lanka for 3 days, 4 days. So those kind of vacations will happen. Let me also interrupt by saying, foreign vacations are today much cheaper than Indian vacations, especially if you choose the more expensive hotels. So what are the smarter alternatives to consider is to say the husband is going to work, the wife is going to take a mini retirement, in the sense that she's going to be looking after the kids and maybe starting a business. If the business takes off, the husband will leave and join. So therefore you will be in business. So when I say retirement, I don't mean retirement, I just mean financially independent. To be financially independent, you can be doing some jobs, you can be doing some lectures, you can be doing some other work, right? All those things are possible. Second, you scale down on the quality of work or the job that you have. Let's say you're earning 1 crore 50 lakhs today and it's stressing you out, and your annual expenses are about 15-20 lakhs including school fees, rent or EMI, everything put together. Then take a lower end job. Let the wife, let's say husband and wife both are earning 1 crore and they're annually spending about 15-20 lakhs, which means one person can afford to scale down. Let's say the wife scales down and wife takes up a 40 lakh rupee job, and the husband continues this high stress, high travel kind of job, and she looks after the kids and she starts off after some time she starts off something on her own. If that takes off, then he can also join, right? So some such things. So these are what I would call mini retirement, because the wife would anyway have taken one or two mini retirements of a year and a half for child break, having a child, right? So that's the time when she could think of doing something else, studying or any of those things. Then, or both of you take a lesser job of 15-20 lakhs and say one person's money will be used for expenses, other person's money will be saved. So when you have a less tense job or maybe more interesting job, maybe you need to you don't need to be so stressed, and you need to work only till you earn for your expenses, because you're not touching your corpus. Your corpus is growing. So you're 45, husband has decided to take up a 20 lakh rupee job, wife has decided to take a 20 lakh rupee job. So you're earning 40 lakhs, 120 lakhs is getting saved, 120 lakhs is getting spent. You're paying for all children's expenses and all that, and suddenly the children's expenses stop. Your own retirement expenses could be there, medical expenses could be there, you could buy a place at a senior citizen home, all those things are there. But both of you earning 2 crores, 1 crore each or 2 crores each, and coming down to a level where you are earning enough to spend and enough to invest. There's no great surplus, there's no stories to say of how much money you made, etc., and invest sensibly. So this is possible. Have some kind of teaching, training work, writing, all those things which are not so stressful, and you're able to do it. Make some lifestyle adjustments. You don't need to live in a very expensive place. You go out of cities like Mumbai and you realize that life is much cheaper. If you're paying rent in Santa Cruz and you compare the rents to Chennai, Bangalore, even Delhi, Gurgaon, Santa Cruz is very expensive to live, right? So you don't need to be in Bombay. You can getting a 4 crore rupee job in Bombay, yes, it is possible. Getting a 4 crore rupee job in Chennai or Bangalore, difficult but not impossible. But getting a 50 lakh rupee job in Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Gurgaon, Noida, any place is going to be easier. So go to a cheaper place, live in a cheaper place, right? So make some lifestyle adjustments, do some career rebalancing, take up jobs which are not so taxing, try to create some side hustle, but be very careful, because many companies would go and see your appointment letter. If you're caught, you could be in trouble. I know one girl who used to do a lot of side business. She would sell to her own boss. Nothing happened. She held her job for a very long time till she decided that her side business was enough for her to quit her job. She became a vendor to the company where she was working, right? So these kind of things happen. Try some kind of arbitrage. Go to a different country, earn more money, go and live for retirement, live in a country which is less expensive. Make sure you take care of your health. Do all this, but I still think retiring at 40 or retiring at 45 without any inheritance, where you have to buy a house, you have to pay for your children's expenses, you have children, you have to pay for their expenses, etc. It's a pipe dream. It's not going to happen. Then you're going to, if you have 2 children, if you're not inheriting anything, and if your spouse is not earning or not earning enough, chances are you'll retire more like 60 than 40. Be prepared for it. Thank you.